As the leaves turn vibrant hues of gold and crimson, painting the landscape with nature's own brushstrokes, a special warmth fills the air. The crispness of the season is softened by the golden light that filters through the trees, creating a serene and almost magical atmosphere. Families gather, drawn together by tradition and the promise of a shared meal. The anticipation builds as loved ones arrive, each hug and smile adding to the joy of the occasion. This is Thanksgiving, a time-honored tradition deeply woven into the fabric of American history and heritage. It's a day that transcends generations, connecting us to the past while we create new memories for the future. It's a day for reflection, for gratitude, and for celebrating the bonds that unite us. As we hold hands around the table, we are reminded of the importance of family, friendship, and the simple act of giving thanks. Thanksgiving is more than just a feast. It's a celebration of abundance and the fruits of our labor. Each dish on the table tells a story of love and care, from the perfectly roasted turkey to the homemade pies. It's a tapestry woven from threads of history, resilience, and the human spirit's enduring capacity for gratitude. The early settlers faced unimaginable hardships, yet they found reasons to be thankful. It's a time to remember the struggles and triumphs of those who came before us, to honor their perseverance and the alliances they formed with Native Americans, which were crucial for their survival, and to appreciate the blessings we often take for granted. In our busy lives, it's easy to overlook the simple joys and the people who make our lives meaningful. From the first tentative steps of the Pilgrims onto Plymouth Rock, a moment filled with hope and uncertainty, to the modern-day celebrations that fill homes with laughter and the aroma of roast turkey. Thanksgiving has evolved, but its essence remains the same. Thanksgiving's story is a testament to the enduring power of hope and community. It's a day that brings people together, regardless of their backgrounds, to share in the spirit of gratitude. Thanksgiving is a time for families to reconnect, to share stories that have been passed down through generations, and to create new memories. It's a time for children to learn about their heritage and for grandparents to pass on their wisdom. It's a time to put aside our differences, to forgive past grievances, and to focus on what truly matters: love, gratitude, and the simple joy of being together. In these moments, we find the true meaning of Thanksgiving, a celebration of life, love, and the enduring human spirit. In the autumn of 1620, a small ship named the Mayflower braved the treacherous Atlantic, embarking on a journey that would become legendary in the annals of history. Carrying 102 passengers, the ship was filled with men, women, and children, all determined to build a new life in the New World. These individuals were not just adventurers. They were families, craftsmen, and farmers, each with their own dreams and aspirations. These were the Pilgrims, a group of Puritan refugees fleeing religious persecution in England. They sought freedom to practice their faith without fear of retribution, hoping to establish a community where they could worship freely. Their journey was fraught with danger, tossed by violent storms and plagued by disease. The Atlantic Ocean, vast and unforgiving, tested their resolve at every turn. Waves crashed against the ship, and the constant motion made many passengers seasick. Many perished during the long voyage, their dreams cut short by the harsh realities of the sea. The survivors mourned their lost companions, but their determination to reach the New World never wavered. After 66 grueling days at sea, the Mayflower finally dropped anchor off the coast of what is now Massachusetts. The sight of land brought a mix of relief and trepidation to the weary travelers. They named their landing site Plymouth, and the Pilgrims set about the daunting task of establishing a colony in this unfamiliar and unforgiving land. The challenges they faced were immense, from building shelters to finding food. The winter of 1620 proved to be brutally harsh. The Pilgrims, unaccustomed to the severity of the New England climate, struggled to survive the freezing temperatures and relentless snowstorms. Ill-prepared for the harsh winter, they faced starvation and disease. Food supplies dwindled and many fell ill. The cold seeped into their bones, and the lack of proper shelter made every day a battle for survival. Many succumbed to the elements, their graves marked by simple wooden crosses. Each loss was a heavy blow to the community, but they pressed on, driven by their faith and hope for a better future. Yet, amidst their suffering, the Pilgrims found allies in the native Wampanoag people. The Wampanoag, who had lived in the region for centuries, extended a hand of friendship and assistance to the struggling newcomers. The Wampanoag taught the Pilgrims how to cultivate the land, fish the waters, and gather resources essential for survival. They shared their knowledge of local crops, such as corn and beans, and demonstrated techniques for fishing and hunting. This invaluable assistance proved crucial to the Pilgrims' survival. The bond formed between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag was one of mutual respect and cooperation, a beacon of hope in a time of great hardship. Together, they worked to build a community, sharing skills and resources. The Pilgrims learned to adapt to their new environment, and with the help of the Wampanoag, they laid the foundations for what would become a thriving colony. Their story is a testament to the resilience of the human spirit and the power of cooperation in the face of adversity. In the fall of 1621, the Pilgrims, their numbers depleted but their spirits unbroken, reaped a bountiful harvest. Grateful for their survival and the Wampanoag's generosity, they decided to hold a feast to celebrate and give thanks. They invited Massasoit, the Sachem, or chief, of the Wampanoag, and 90 of his men to join them. The feast lasted 3 days, a testament to the abundance of the harvest and the spirit of camaraderie between the Pilgrims and the Wampanoag. While the exact menu remains unknown, accounts suggest they feasted on wild turkey, deer, fish, corn, squash and berries. This gathering, born of gratitude and a desire for peaceful coexistence, became known as the First Thanksgiving. The First Thanksgiving was not merely a celebration of a bountiful harvest, it was a testament to the power of cooperation and understanding between two vastly different cultures. It marked the beginning of a fragile peace that would last for several decades. The story of the First Thanksgiving serves as a reminder of the importance of gratitude, respect, and collaboration, values that remain as relevant today as they were centuries ago. For over 2 centuries, Thanksgiving was primarily a regional holiday, celebrated mainly in New England. The picturesque landscapes of New England with their vibrant fall foliage provided a perfect backdrop for the early celebrations. Families would gather to give thanks for the harvest and the blessings of the past year. These gatherings were intimate, often involving close-knit communities who shared a common heritage and traditions. It wasn't until the mid-19th century that the idea of a national Thanksgiving took hold. During this period, America was undergoing significant changes. The country was expanding westward and new states were being added to the Union. Amidst this growth, there was a desire to create a sense of national identity and unity. The idea of a national Thanksgiving resonated with many as a way to bring the diverse regions of the country together. Sarah Josepha Hale, a prominent magazine editor and author, championed the cause. Known for her influential role in American literature and culture, Hale saw Thanksgiving as more than just a day of feasting. She envisioned it as a unifying force for the nation. Through her writings and editorials, she passionately advocated for a national holiday that would encourage Americans to reflect on their shared values and blessings. She believed that a national Thanksgiving holiday would foster unity and gratitude among the American people, particularly during a time of increasing sectional tensions. The country was on the brink of civil war, and Hale's vision was to use Thanksgiving as a means to bridge the growing divide. She argued that a day dedicated to giving thanks could help heal the nation's wounds and bring people together, regardless of their regional differences. Hale wrote countless letters to presidents, governors, and influential figures, advocating for the establishment of a national Thanksgiving Day. Her campaign was relentless, spanning over 3 decades. She believed that if the leaders of the country endorsed the holiday, it would gain the recognition and respect it deserved. Her letters were heartfelt and persuasive, often highlighting the moral and social benefits of a national day of thanks. Her persistence finally paid off in 1863, amidst the turmoil of the Civil War, when President Abraham Lincoln issued a proclamation declaring the last Thursday in November as a national Thanksgiving Day. Lincoln, recognizing the need for national unity, saw the holiday as an opportunity to bring the country together. His proclamation was a beacon of hope during one of the darkest times in American history. Lincoln saw the holiday as a way to unite a nation divided by war, a time for healing and reflection. He believed that by setting aside a day for gratitude, Americans could find common ground and begin the process of reconciliation. The proclamation was not just a political act, but a deeply personal one, reflecting Lincoln's own hopes for the nation's future. Lincoln's proclamation marked a turning point for Thanksgiving. It transformed the holiday from a regional observance into a national tradition. Newspapers across the country published the proclamation, and communities began to embrace the idea of a unified day of thanks. The holiday quickly gained popularity, with families from all walks of life coming together to celebrate. It transformed the holiday from a regional observance into a national tradition, a day for all Americans to come together in a spirit of gratitude and unity. The celebrations evolved, incorporating various regional customs and dishes, but the core message remained the same: to give thanks for the blessings of the past year and to cherish the time spent with loved ones. The holiday's popularity grew rapidly after the Civil War, becoming a cherished annual tradition for families across the nation. As the years went by, Thanksgiving became more than just a day of feasting. It became a symbol of American resilience and unity. Today, it continues to be a time for reflection, gratitude, and togetherness, a testament to the enduring spirit of the American people.